Something so simple as a piece of plastic can also be, well, life-changing for a tool guy. Craftsman's got some new socket trays out on the market in 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch sizes, and they've got some unique design features that I haven't seen in any other socket trays that I've seen around in stores, online, or have used in the past, including these ones from Hansen. These have been my go-to. I've got them in all sizes that I've been using for years, and they're great. But the plastic's a little bit cheap, so these posts or these dowels will tend to break off. You can see I'm missing one right there. And they've been great for the most part, but there's a whole bunch of design features that are in these new ones from Craftsman that I really love and I've been using for the past couple of months, and I want to show you what they are. Now, first off, like I already mentioned, they don't have long plastic dowels that tend to break off over time and the sockets kind of fit loosely onto them. Instead, Craftsman's socket trays have these rubber socket holders that are low profile and rubber. They actually grip onto the socket really tight, so if you shake it around or tip it over, they actually stay on pretty tightly. They're evenly spaced out, there's easy to read markings, the white numbers against the dark red background makes it really easy to see, and that font size is really nice and big, so when you're looking into a huge drawer, a sea full of sockets, you're able to find the one that you need very easily, as opposed to squinting and looking at like my old socket tray where there's just this tiny number at the top of the dowel and it's just impossible. Or I just usually end up looking at the front of the socket, so no more of that with these. Now, the other cool thing that I like about these socket trays is that they hold both standard and metric size sockets. So you can see there on the bottom, you got the standard, the step up, there's a little bit of a raised platform for the back row. That is for your metric. And I actually bought 2 of these each for the different sizes, 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. The reason is so I could put all my shorties, the standard size sockets on one tray and put all my deeper, taller ones on another tray. They've also got excellent socket retention, which means when your drawer is slammed or bumped, or maybe you've got the tray out sitting up on your workbench or down on the floor while you're working on your car and someone walks by, or you bump it, and your sockets aren't going to go flying because of those rubber socket holders. They are super grippy and they stay in tight. Actually, if you take the tray and lean it over to the side, or sometimes, depending on the weight of the sockets, they'll actually stay on those little rubber socket holders, even upside down. Pretty cool. They've got great surface contact, so whether it's your drawer liner or top of your workbench or down the ground concrete or your wood floors or whatever, they're not going to slide around because of this rubber edge that goes all the way around. There's also these indentations on the sides, so it allows you to easily pick them up and move them around. And you'll notice that the tray doesn't flex a whole lot. I mean, it is plastic, so it will flex a little bit, but not as much as those cheap plastic ones. So check this out, guys. Of course, my workbench is completely smooth, flat, and clean, but look how hard it is to move these things around with those rubber edges. Of course, this one's a little bit easier, but because it's lightweight. But check this out. I just love the fact that these can go and tip over or even go completely upside down. I mean, gravity, where are you, man? You're not working very hard today. So I've had these for the past couple of months, been testing them out in my tool chest, taking them out, putting them on my workbench, on the floor, in the truck, working everywhere, and they are pretty cool. Now, I will say that the one downside to these is the size difference. They take up a lot more space. Just check out the footprint between that one and this one, both 3/8 size sockets. This one takes up a lot less space, but the advantage is they're spaced out a little bit more evenly and they've got that big text, so you end up spending less time in that sea of sockets looking for the one that you want, and that I like better than having to deal with the cramped old school ones that I've had for years. Anyway, I've got links in the description. I'll catch you next week for another one. Thanks for watching.